Hello, everyone, and welcome to this radcast on the topic of iMicrosoft. iMicrosoft. I am Darth Vader, aka Jamen Shively. I've been happily performing along with my colleagues, who I'll now introduce one by one. One of whom is not one of our Microsoft colleagues who's been attending the Microsoft events the last couple days and the next couple days is not with us at the moment, but she may join. I'll let Queen Melionor introduce her. I'll start with Adam Soul. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Nice to be here.
AKA Obi-Wan Kenobi. Queen Melionor, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm Melionor. I'm Princess Leia, and my daughter Alice Springs has been working with us as well as a younger model of Princess Leia.
Awesome. And my brother Jamie Gilchrist from Ohio. We Shiveleys are from Ohio. And Jamie has a brilliant idea, so I'm going to sit back and listen. We're all going to sit back and listen. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael Gallo, who's joining us from Mount Shasta. Michael, how are you?
Excellent. Very well, Jamin. How are you doing?
Awesome. Doing awesome. And Michael Gallo is at the controls of the homepage of radish.org, so you see him through radish.org. Anyway, we want to make this relatively short and sweet, but we also have time to kick it around a bit. So I'm going to turn it over to Jamie. Jamie had a brilliant idea, and Jared, take it away, Jamie.
Okay. First of all, Michael, I'm going to let you expound one little bit. What's currently happening in your backyard right now? Just tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm in Mount Shasta, California, and there are now 2 fires burning within about 10 to 12 miles of my house. The HERS fire, as of yesterday, was 70% contained. I was just beginning to relax, thinking that we might get out of that one. And then a new one started just about 3 hours ago, just south of here, right on the I-5. The entire Interstate 5 is closed, both directions right now. And the fire is really getting out of control.
And if I'm not mistaken, Michael, isn't that the reason you're not sitting here on the porch with us today? You were unavailable.
Yeah, I was planning on coming to Seattle for this campaign, and I decided to stay in Shasta because of the fires were encroaching on us, and it might be a good idea to stick around and be prepared.
Right. So anyhow, here's my idea. Super simple, folks. Everyone watching, this is going out to the employees of Microsoft, the leadership of Microsoft, and all of their partners and all of their customers. That's who we want to talk to. So go with me. We're going to do a little bit of role play. This is a new television commercial, okay? It could be like maybe the next Super Bowl commercial for Microsoft or not. There's many, many ideas. Here we go. Open screen. A herder in somewhere in Central Africa on his camel, going through a dusky, dark evening. The sun is setting, the winds are calming, it's getting cold. He stops in a small oasis. He steps off the camel, climbs down. Around him, you can see on this commercial, on this marketing tool, 35 goats, various goats, but they're all about the same breed. They all need to be milked, you can see that. He looks at the goats, he says something in his native tongue to the goats, and you get some bleeding, a little bit of conversation, because shepherds are leaders. We shepherd you through the stuff, tough stuff. So the herder turns away from the camera to the side of the camel, and underneath his back, the back of the herder, it says 2092. So we know he's existing in 2092. He reaches into the well-worn, nicely made leather saddlebags on the back of the camel, where he keeps his chattels, his goods, his weapons, his sustenance, okay? Reaches in and pulls out the new version of the Microsoft Surface Ultra Pro XT1000. And he opens it up. He doesn't even blink. He opens it up and presses on. It powers up, but it just powers up instantly now because there's no more buffering. And he holds it up above his head. He's 6'7". It's above his head. And it goes beep, 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 and he pulls it down and looks at it. And on the screen, we see over his head, behind his ear, we see grazing location for 65 or less goats, 1.5 meters from your location, watering hole availability 1.7, and there's 4 or 5 little fingers telling him where to go. So now he can herd all day and pack lightly, and he turns with the help of the Microsoft newest invention. And because they took on this climate challenge in 2018, because they took it on right now in our present, we won't be here, but in our present they took it on. And he looks at his device in 2092 and he says this. He looks up from the device and he says, iMicrosoft, because they cared. End of video. They cared enough now that he could be there with his goats in 2092. That's all I have to say about it. This is what we're offering. Take the golden ring.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Jamie.
Michael, anything?
No, it's beautiful. I like it. Yeah.
We just, okay, that's it. We're done.
Well, I just want to note the quadruple entendre. iMicrosoft, like I surfed or I biked, ending in ED, you know, past tense, because they cared, even further past tense. There's the present tense of iMicrosoft. It's an active verb, like I Google iMicrosoft. There's the iRobot sense that I am a part of it, or I equate to Microsoft in some form, and there's many forms of equation. And the fourth is kind of like, you know, instead of an iPhone, an iMicrosoft. Anyway, at least 4 entendres. Think up more.
Well,
kind of thing.
And the reason I thought of the herder in 2092 is because if Microsoft and the tech community, if Silicon Valley decides that the real problem that they've created all this computing power for is to address the real problem, which is Mother Earth dying, we're able to compute with a platform and create with people and platform a meta solution today, 2018. So fast forward to 2092, I'm not going to meet that guy. My kids aren't going to meet that guy. My grandkids might bump into his kids. But the farming and holistic work on Earth that herders do and non-tool farmers do can still exist. And in fact would be a better choice in the future if we act today. So a man can make a living with goats under the stars using Mother Earth in a holistic, happy way. Why? Because Microsoft allowed it to happen.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Any other comments on this? Ideas, thoughts, questions?
No, I think it speaks for itself.
No, it's so brilliant. And look, and it's not a matter of whether it's a Surface computer or whether it's a contact lens or whether it's nanobots embedded in the brain powered by Microsoft software, right? The point is the brand, right? And this is Microsoft retaking the brand of platforms. Whereas, you know, Apple started off as cute toys that are fun to bring to the cafe, and it ended up as cute toys that are, you know, fun to bring to the cafe. But now what we're talking about is changing the world, and that's Microsoft's territory. So let's retake that territory. iMicrosoft.
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 iMicrosoft. That's it. Michael?
May the force be with you.
All right, awesome. Well, 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed say iMicrosoft. I'd say that's success. If it works for chewing gum, it'll work for us. So
that's it.
Onward and upward.
Good night. Go to radish.org. Radish.org.
We'll see you on radish.org. Thanks.